Hello everybody, welcome to the long-awaited Cars collection video since last year. Yes, you heard me right. Last year. I do collection videos yearly, you know. This is meant to be on how it changed over the years. But between all that, I've been rambling about life, not doing so well. But these are how YouTubers go. So, with all this 40 seconds wasting, and I don't want to bore you anymore, talk about my life, let's just jump right into the ring and reveal what has changed in my collection so far. So, this is the main character table, and this is where the supporting characters reside in. The others are on the shelf or anything else like that, so yeah, let's start with the main characters themselves. Lightning McQueen, Penny Forrestier, Maggie Spletzer, Colin Frankenbach, Strip the King Weathers, Chick Hicks, Mater, Doc Hudson, Sally Carrera, Luigi, Guido, Fillmore, Sarge, Ramon, Flo, Sheriff, Lizzie, Red, Michael Schumacher Ferrari F430, Finn McMissile, Holly Shiftwell, Smokey, Cruz Ramirez, Jackson Sheridan, or Jackson Storm, Mario, Luigi, Tari, or Tari Sheridan, that's what older fans remember, Psycho Bishitaru, SMG4, Bob, Fishy Boopkins, Dan Melody. That wraps up the main characters. So here are the Cars 1 supporting characters. Bob Cutlass, Daryl Cartrip, Boost, Wingo, Snot Rod, DJ, Minnie, Van, Fred, Mario Andretti, TJ, Murphy, Charlie Cargo, Frank Pinkerton, Mia, Tia, Rusty Rusties, Dusty Rusties, Linda Weathers, aka Mrs. the King, Tex Steinico, Charlie Checker, Race Official Tom, Dexter Hoover, Toe, aka Race Tow Truck Tom, Corey Turbowitz, Maddie, Bert, Tim Rimmer, Human, Dash Sportman, Cora Copper, Bernie Banks, Derek Williams, Marty Breakburst, Timothy Two Stroke, Matthew True Blue McCrew, J-Lo Lee, Benny Breakdrum, Keith Cone, Swift Alternator, Todd the Pizza Planet Truck, Elvis RV, Mildred Bylane, Edwin Cranks, Milton Calipier, Costanzo Della Corsa, Marlon Clutches McKay, Richard Clayton Kensington, Marco Axelbender, Chuck Manifold, Chuck Choke Cables, Patty, Vern, Artie, Jay Limo, Hummer Sven, Michelle Motoretta, Donna Pitts, Jonathan Wrenchworths, Andy Vaporlock, Rotor Turbo Sky, Kathy Copter, Ron Hover, Barney Storman, Woody, Ham, Sullivan Truck, and Yeti. And here are the Cars 1 pit crew, starting with the crew chiefs. Tony Uri Sr., Onus Crossbar, Steve Bishitaru, Burke Wheels, Wells Runabout, Rob Wright Tire, Robert Patterson, Earl Filter, Jorgen Williams, Ryan Parker, Will Overland, Ronnie Alternatorson, Frank Sidewall, Ben Dordan, Ernest B. Rakes, and Roman Dunes. Now to the pitties. Jerry Drivechain, Blake and Eric, 2 Easy Idol pitties, which are portrayed. Stacy, Megan Shifter, Petro Pulaski, and Bruiser Bukowski. And the Ornament Valley Farm vehicles. Frank, a Story Sets tractor, which came in a launcher, a Matchbox tractor, 2 Tomy tractors, and a wooden tractor. Now onto the car's 2 supporting characters. Tome Bear, Brett Mustangburger, David Hobscap, Rod Torque Redline. Oh, no. Leland Turbo. I can't believe I got these 2 mixed up. Mel Dorado, Zen Master Pity, Alex Carville, Eric Langley, Mama Bernoulli, the original F1 racer, Courtney Karsper, Ronnie Del Cooper, Harumi, Carlo Maserati, Nick Cartone, Jumpstar J. Ward, Manny Rodriguez, Chauncey Fairs, Prince William, and Brian Gierlewski. Now onto the car's 3 supporting characters. Natalie Certain, Sterling Silver, Maddie McGear, Melissa Bernabrake, Pat Trexon, Tiny Lugsworth, Morgan Martins, Andrew Vrooman, Vanden Kerr, Jen Tansedan, and Dana Crankoff. And here are the car's 2 supporting characters from Mater's Tall Tales. Lug or Nutty, Buck the Tooth Vendor, Rescue Squad Trooper, Rescue Squad Ambulance, and Kabuto. Now onto the car's video game supporting characters. Most of them you probably get to see in The World of Cars Seasons 1 and 2, but you might see some of them in like Season 4 or something. So here's Fletcher, Gerald, Papo, El Guapo, Vince, Lenny, Barry, Sonny, Tommy Joe, Buford, Cletus, Judd, Zeke, Lewis, Otto von Fossenbottom, Emma, Goodman, Koji, Giovanni, Philip, Yuri, Candace, Stinger, El Machismo, Tater and Tater Jr., Bubba, and finally, here are the Cars on the Road supporting characters. Ivy, Randy Hearst, That's Jammin', Kirsten Marshall, Royce Revsley, May Pillar DeRev, Laura Turbo, and Mateo. And finally, here are the Bolt supporting characters. They are Bolt characters as Cars characters. Bolt, Mittens, Rhino, Penny's mother, the agent, Dr. Calico, aka the Green-Eyed Car, Mindy Parker, and Matthew Toupe, the unofficial name of the director, and also Esther. And finally, here are my versions of the supporting characters based on both Super Mario, SMG4, and other franchises. We got Denny Motor, who's clearly an OC based on Darren Leadfoot, Percy Spletzer, Maggie's unofficial older brother, Dennis Spletzer, Maggie's unofficial father, and Miss Spletzer, a Sally repaint. Same with Peach, Daisy, who's probably a Koji repaint. Yoshi, a Guido repaint. Donkey Kong, a Mater repaint. Along with Axel, Shroomy, Wario, Waluigi, SMG3, Thomas, Andrew, Dusty, Ari Bori, Belfontier, Lamar Williams. You kind of saw him in the Lamar Williams incident. Sophia Porter, Masashima Motor, Evelyn Claythorne, Maxwell Vady, One Shot Ren, Ned Studbreaker, Archibald. Archibald did play as Greenwood's villain in Dono, and Greenwood himself. He's the main antagonist of that Dono movie. Andrea Kensington, Buck the Bus, Miles Fontier, Sarah DeGrave, Mike Joyride, Allah Fortney. What a strange name for a car like that. Rick Chevrick, Richard Childrev, Roger Pancake, Juan Pinto, Bob Parkerson, Asada, and Mighty K. If you saw that World of Cars TV special, I'm sure a lot of you didn't. Well, Asada is Luigi's ex-fiancée. Here are the rest of the supporting characters who sit here on this shelf, because I have no space for them. So here's Bill Studbreaker, Mike Halton, Barracuda, Ken Squealer, Ice Cream Van, Michael and Anthony Weathers, Liberty Walk, William Challenger, Patrick Pace, Ryan, Miss GTO, Hal Monitor, Michael Rustbolt, Barry DeCuba, Apollo and Artie. If you watch my Tug series, then you probably know where these characters are. And you probably know who these characters are. Tahoe, DC Police, Madge, Rusty Brakes, Plymouth, 2 police cars which I don't have the names of, along with the Jeep, I believe. Yes, Jeepster. The fire station vehicle, along with this vehicle with no eyes. You can see right here. SWAT vehicle. Wyatt Jackson. The Chowmobile. Current one I'm using is with detailing. James Hudson. The NASA Express Delivery. The FedEx Express Delivery. Art. Coffee Motor. Roxanne Rivera. Baseline. Dodge Van, which I'm assuming is Rusty and Dusty's mother from the Car Finder, I believe. The Time Taxi, who used to be named Time Attack. Jaguar D-Type. Devon. The RSN Van. I'm Cruising Bedtime. Fast Fuse, and Whale Tail. Along with, in the second shelf, the Garbage Scout and the Garbage Truck. Marco. Roar by 4, Mustang, Archaeologist, Nismo, who served the basis for Jordan Presley, Miss Hoover, Ryan Hoover, Clutch Daly, the El Camino in his current look, Wally Liner, Craig Liner, Jeffrey Liner, and Sarah Liner Welks. Yes, they are Dave Liner's cousins, and they do have names. And I'm reading the Essential Guide at the same time, so I have to remember their names. Danielmus, Bruce, and the other car that doesn't have a name yet, Dry Bones, 2 buses from the Pencil Pusher Haulers, a Volkswagen microbus, Froy and Doy Malloy, and the 4-Town members from Turning Red as Cars characters. If you remember, they were from the Lamar Williams incident. So here they are. Robert, Aaron T, yes, Aaron Z, Jesse, and Tae Young. A CRSN executive, which he doesn't have a name yet. Like he does have a name, but yeah, I'm probably yet to know. Ishigo, Samson, Murdoch, Brock Evans, Aldrin Speedwater, Rusty, Neil, 24-hour tow truck, the Batmobile, the frickin' Trails. Who's this one? Clyde and Luke. Oh, and the CRSN executive is actually Carl Kalwig, if I'm not mistaken. Duracell Ultra Truck, Rayan, the Mad Manga, soft side lorry, medium side lorry, the heavy side lorry, Ain't Fair, the Surfing School Bus, Quick Bite, Bone Shaker, Owen Sheridan, not to confuse you with James Sheridan, as I might make him later, Clint, Cullum, Spider, that wasn't his name, that was, that's Speed Slayer, Nomad, the World's Best Delivery Truck, Tamara, Christian, Ashton, Jonathan, Sean, Sia, Engineering Edonis, Skydome, Truno, General Corp, the Gotham City Police Department vehicle, which, yeah, he doesn't have a name, which is why I said in a video about it. Armored, Sidekick, Head Starter, SS Turtle, Gator, Velociraptor, along with the Dragon Blaster and the Roaring Cargo, Pedal Driver, Monte Carlo, Spyro, Retroactive, a racing team tow truck, a breakdown van, and another racing team tow truck, which is the black one, Catherine brake tire, Perry. Moving on to the other shelf, we have the street cleaner, Dan Drive Sedan, Rodolfo Rivera, a.k.a. White Panera, Pamtrick Swervez, a.k.a. Yeah, Pamtrick Swervez. The Puma's just retired. Moving on to this shelf, we have Speed Cleaner, the Dan Drive Sedan, Rodolfo Rivera, Pamtrick Swervez, Fire Crew Unit 5, TNT Vehicle, UZ Dorman, Breaking Delivery, Liang, and Hitch Pulley, a Maggie fan. And onto the bottom of the shelf, we have Marty Challenger, Dennis Dion Baskar, Mike Halton, and Interstate Batteries crew chief, where I don't remember the name of, the Motor Trend host, along with this guy, Roger Ward, the other one, this guy, Terry Octeff, Derek Sheridan and Julia Sheridan, along with Vince's mother, Kathy Earnhardt Watkins, Carson Hearse, named after my cousin, Wes Flyer, and Francisco Frass. And that's the Motor Trend host, Florence. Now onto the other shelf, we have Scuttlebutt, Brother Hot Rod, the Whipped Creamer. Oh wait, that's not him. That's Scoopy de Fuego. This guy with a broken tire. The toilet vehicle. The black soft side lorry. The other Maggie fan. 3 of Luigi's cousins. A Cockney cab. Maurice Weathers. Door 3. The Whipped Creamer. I'm pretty sure that's him. Oh no, that's Suzuka. Derek Lux. The Task Corp henchman, which is apparently named Damien. The Task Corp van, which just rolled over. 2 Task Corp henchmen. And one of these Volkswagens. Along with Dick Moroso, Quentin Weathers, a Vitaline and Leakless Luigi's, which don't have names. The Old Spice and 58 Bullseyes there. 5 Rocket Boxes. 6 redacted characters who apparently don't have names. Hot Wheels character cars, Woody and Sully. And a damaged pullback Vern that my brother destroyed. I don't know if he did this on purpose or accidentally or intentional. That's the recovery unit vehicle for my TNF series special, a proper Christmas special. 2 forklifts, a 3M crew chief, which I forgot the name of, and Gordon Shift, the owner of Hayek Motorsports. And side story, Gordon Shift based Hayek Motorsports off of the Hawk Tuah trend, which annoys a lot of people, including me. Yeah, that side story sometimes get on my nerves. Let's move on to the lemons here. And so we have Manny Rivera, Flip Hernandez, Whisk, Professor Zundap, Grem, Acer, Tyler Gremlin, Fred Fispowski, Petrov Trunkov, J. Kirby Gremlin, Tubbs Pacer, Vladimir Trunkov, Victor Hugo, Tolga Trunkov, Alexander Hugo, Don Crumlin, Jack Gremlin, Resty Hugo, Trunks Trunkov, a Black Hugo, a Red Gremlin, E, Green Nat, Dirt Bucket Pacer, Santoken Burke, 2 Bodyguard Trunkovs, and a Trunkov, which I forgot the name of, I believe. And that's... yeah, I seem to check. Oh, Morgando Trunkov, who is basically Vladimir Trunkov with inverted colors. With all these 22 minutes wasted, here we have the Piston Cup racers, starting with the Cars 1 racers. We have Rusty Cornfuel, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Akian Axler, Chuck Armstrong, Dirksen D'Agostino, Kevin Racing Tire, Eugene Carbarisky, Ryan Shields, Ruby Easyoaks, Claude Scruggs, Johnny Blamer, Brush Kerber, Billy Oil Changer, James Cleanair, Lee Revkins, Winford Bradford Rutherford, Manny Flywheel, Floyd Mulvihill, Misty Motorcross, Slider Petrolski, Krusty Rotor, Paul Ingus, Sage Vanderspin, Darren Leadfoot, Dave Yapex, Mac Icar, Paunchy Wipeout, Murray Clutchburn, Ernie Gearson, Greg Candyman, Ralph Carlo, Kevin Shiftright, and Todd Marcus. And here are my Cars 2 World Grand Prix racers: Francesco Bernoulli, Lewis Hamilton, Max Schnell, Miguel Camino, Raul Cerul, Shu Todoroki, Carla Veloso, Nigel Gearsley, Rib Klutchgunsky, and Jeff Gorvette. And finally, here are my Cars 3 stock cars. So we got Jimmy Cables, Thomas O'Prowl, Jack DePost, Lane Locke, Marcus Kranksler, Chip Gearings, Carl Clutchin, Greg Blofel, Bobby Swift, Brick Yardley, Sam Splatvan, Brick Yardley, Phil Tankson, Terry Cargus with the incorrect body style, Cal Weathers. No. Yeah. Terry Cargus is with, yeah, that's Doug Frottleman, Dirksen D'Agostino, Red Meeker, Buck Bearingley, Cal Weathers, Reed Swervenson, T.G. Castlenut, Brian Spark, Tommy Highbanks, Bruce Miller, Bobby Rotesta, Parker Breakston, Floyd Mulvihill, Rev & Go Racer, aka Wayne Dasher. Yes, Wayne Dasher's nickname is Rev & Go Racer. Here's Rev Rotages, Rex Revler, Darren Leadfoot, Matthew Overtaker with inconsistent painting there, just because he was chipped. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr. based on his nationwide scheme. Paunchy Wipeout, Murray Clutchburn, Ernie Gearson, Ralph Carlo, Dino Draftsky or Dino Draftsky, and Todd Marcus. It's probably the only counterfeit car I own. Now onto the Cars 3 Next Gens. So we have Flip Dover, Karsten Cindric, J.D. McPillar, Eric Breaker, Bubba Wheelhouse, Chris Roman, Harvey Rodcap, Richard Angelwing, Danny Swervez, Ryan Inside Laney, Gogo Logano, Chase Raceslot, Tim Treadless, Cam Spinner, Ed Trunken, Steve Slick LePage, Michael Roeder, John Hunter-Revicek, Aaron Clocker, Aaron Kappelman, George Newin. There's something up with George Newin. There we go. Herb Kerbler, Nick Studbreaker, Barry DePedal, Jim Reverick, H.J. Hollis, Richie Gunzit, M. Fast Fong, Will Rush, Conrad Camber, J.P. Drive, Paul Conrev, Chris Williams, Sheldon Shifter, Nick Shift, Shane Van Giersbergen, Byron Howard, Noah Gosek, and Jonas Carvers. Now here are my 5 Gran Turismo racers: Albert Swift, Eddie Yardley, Dave Liner, Harry Speedson, and James Octough. And here are my Cars OCs based on NASCAR drivers: Steve Park, Rusty Wheelhouse, Dale Earnhardt, Terry Labolte, Bill Raceslot, Casey Cohn, Ricky Revan Rooster Rudd, Scott Riggs, Jeremy Airfield, Ryan Newwin, Michael Cartrip, Matt Kenseth, Bobby Labolte, J.G. Yieldley, Casey Atworth, Tony Stewart, Rob Moroso, Bobby Alternatorson, Ward Burnton, Scott Windmeiler. I probably need to give him an overhaul. Johnny Burnson, Cale Yarblow, Ernie Swerven, Jim Englebright. He only ran some Sonoma races from 2002 to 2004. Mike Spinner, Jeff Burnton, Ricky Craven's missing spot, so you probably sit there. Scott Pruitt, Kenny Schrader, Elliott Sadlane, Sterling Motor, the current Jeremy Airfield, which used to be Penny Forestier, but I retracted that character. Jeff Purvis, Jeffrey Bodrive, Rick Fast, Dave Outside Laney, Martin Trelix Jr., Dale Garrett, and Stacy Compton. And on to the Cars, the video game racers: Peter McCoy, Wendell Banks, Willis Aikens, Quint Joltson, Roger Clarkson, Now Buck, Anthony Medford, Alex Henderson, Brody Zebb, Heldman Turner, Jeffrey Bashman, Dennis Riley, Derek Wiley Lee Jr., Judas Gunther, Nicholas Masterson, Jonathan Shergrip, Samuel Cortland, and Kenneth Hollister. And onto my car's OCs. Some are other OCs, and yeah. I'll start with the stock car types. So here are Gunnar Gearson, Kevin Conrev, Luke Revton, based on my once idol Intersection 00, who inspired me to make YouTube videos, but he privatized or deleted his videos, so yeah, his channel's abandoned. Sammy Smelter, Daryl Forestier, Ivor Shabit, Johnny Drivechain, Matt Rodages, Dino Revving, Willow Highspeed, Frank Cables, Jeanette Raceline, Tommy Dicker, Ben Cargo, Henrietta Tyerson, Carl Veloso, Chip Gearings Jr., George Hetton, Cody Pickle Springs, Garrett Shifley, Jack Schooner, Walter Petrolsky, who looks exactly like Matt Ken Swift over there, Matt Parr, Alexander Swift, Jason Welsh, Gertrude Alternatorson, Joseph Anthony Foyt, who used to be named Joe Allen Foyt, but then they did some research and called him Joseph Anthony because that's AJ Foyt's real name. The 21 car, which you saw as Kenny Schrader in the World of Cars Season 1. The ride is left reserved for the World of Cars Season 3. Nigel Revingston, he's updating his OC, so I'll refurbish him later. Tyler Yertle, Wally Dawnback Jr., Harrison Burnton, don't know why he used to go broke or go woke. Dean Thompson, Jeb Burnton, Emily Hunter, Andrew Axler, Owen Sansweet, Kyle Sieg. What's he doing next to Sansweet here? Let me fix that. Oh, there we go. So that's Kyle Sieg and Owen Sansweet with Liam Oilchanger, Rex Ridinger, 2 versions of Toad Hall, Marcus Donaldson, Cody Lightyear, Kenji Forestier, George Piston, Jordan Castlenut, Kyle Forestier. I refurbished him with the eyes. Kyle Carson. The 43 car, which you saw as Bobby Labolti in the World of Cars Season 1. He'll probably return in that 43 in the World of Cars Season 3. Jonathan Revlick, Brendan Flagpole, Randy Seymour in his current Battle Blaze design. Cal Naughton Jr., an outdated OC. Gemini Jumpstart, Gordon Tyerson, Michael Shift, Judy Tyrell, Ralph Jamerson, Charles Jumpstart, Justin Allred, Joel McQueen, Ty Buff, Cal Naughton Sr., Mario O'Malley, Devin Bradford Rutherford, Russell Darks. He drove that 64 because Winford moved to IROC as seen in Disney. The IROC as well as seen in Disney Infinity. Albert Faster, Darren Ryvan, Tony Steerington Jr., Slide Powers, Ethan Geargrinder, based on Rev Roge's Fan 76. I don't know if he abandoned his channel or not. Billy Ford, Michael Rayston, Anthony Drifton, Raiden Volting, Bernie B. Purpleman, Mark Purpley, Marty Revler, Quincy Airfield, Dana Emerycraft, Jamie Howard, Frank Martintire, Jeff Burnton in his old design, Violet Parr, Dashiell Parr, Thomas Karloff, Randy Phillips, the son of Spiky Phillips, the father of Spiky Phillips, Elsie Lovelock, named after popular voice actor Elsie Lovelock, who voiced Maggie and Karen in SMG4 and Uzi in Murder Drones. Craig Shiftright, Clint Shiftright, and Frank Oil Baron. Now onto my OC racers with next-gen bodies. So here we have Jonas Shiftwell in his current design, no number. Mikey Morgan, Colin Schmidt, Waze Manny, Ed Rodages, Haley Wheeler, Carson Roadville, Tanner Gavin Miller, Braden Tremontaslo, based on Michael's Fantastic Cars. I gave him the number 2. Jesse Love, Hudson Lewin, William Disposer, Jongfu Jan, Justin Rainley, the PFR 08, Luis Veloso, Tom Riggs. Scott's son is Ashley Lane Riggs, so I might make him later. Jordan Presley, Vanderson Stanta, Vitaly Petrov, don't know why he's here, but he just got here because, next gen spoiler, that's why. Jamie Rocks, Jonathan Rodages, Roger Cartrip, Brian Blofel, Noah Dragson, who looks exactly like Nigel Gearsley, Christian Brakes, Corey Day, William Sawalik, Alfred Breaker, Frank Ledfoot, Joel Carden, Ronald Fredman, Derek Camber, who's Conrad Camber's evil brother, Henry Oilchanger, Brandon Cones, Wallace Gearshift, Monty Crankleshaft, Blaine Perkins, John Flushman, Jackson Drafton, Wilbur Revinson, Reginald Gasoline, Fred Tyresakire, Ray Manchief, Jake Sadlane, Conrad Floyd, Ryan Township, Shavark Montoya, Penny Weathers, Joey Ace, Mindy Gearson, Taylor Gray, Richard Redwire, Billy Joe Blackrim, the PFR 58, Tom Williams, Alex Octuff, Reverb Nation, named after a website, Hiro Karmata, based on Big Hero 6's Hiro Hamada, Julie McQueen, Maximus Ingus, Lydia Dragrode, the PFR 83, Victor Spin, Chris Purpley, Roy Tyerson, Buford Lee Wilson, Connor Tormaski, Lyron McQueen, and Candy Van Rip. And finally, here are the Cars 3 50s racers. Caleb Worley, Floyd Morgan, Jodon Jackson, Levi Mitchin, Slim Hood, Junior Moon, George Ridinger, Horace Jet Robinson, Sammy Studbreaker, Jimmy Lugwrench, Eli Turnpike, Buford Camshaft, Rivers Scott, Clovis Ryder, Ducky Fauneroy, Lee Weathers, Dewey Conrad, Floyd Morgan, Trick Guzzler, Rusty Dipstick, Louise Nash, and Kurt Shiftright. And here are the endurance racers. So we got Woody Revtire, Monty Flyton, named after Monty Python, Johnny Morris, named after Railway Series narrator Johnny Morris, Patrick Star-Pauly, the 55 and 56, which they don't have names, the 68, which I do have the name of, but can't remember, Johnny Tansidan, the 78 and 79 cars do have, which, the 78 does have a name, but I don't remember at some point, and Ricky Fast. And let's waste 40 minutes of our valuable time as we have the other racers who are uncompanied areas. So we got Vin, who's basically a robot that Chick Hicks created, and Steven Silverado. And finally, we got the Army sports cars, which I do have one mint in box, and it's also work in progress. Alright guys, this is a stable of my channel for the last 4 years. These are the Thunder Hollow Racers. So here's Miss Fritter, Dr. Damage, RV, Taco, T-Bone, Jimbo, APB, Fishtail, Broadside, Pushover, Sig Alert, Pile Up, who has 2 sides, so don't know, so he kind of races backwards though. Tailgate, Patty, Blind Spot, High Impact, Bill, Superfly, Liability, Jambalaya Chimichenga, Airborne, Hit, Run, and Fair Game. And on to the original ones. Nick Jr. Bus, A-Team, Jim Switch, Frankie Pit Tire, Pit Faster, Rod Brakes, Chile Motor, Carlos Bumps It, Buggy, Rodney, Marlon Attilaron, Beetle, Super Chromes, Jeremy Cooper, Monster Alex, Austin Vinyl, Jesse Royal, and Ralph. Now into the monster trucks here. We got Cowboy, the Loco Punk, Bone Shaker, don't know why he's here, Gravedigger, the most iconic one of the bunch, Count Spatula, the Crippler, and Ginormous. And here's the El Toro Loco, the Cyclops, and Crusher. And finally, we have the Declan Racers. Here's Declan Driveway himself, along with Audi Sport. And some of these guys, yeah, they were from the series, but some have names, some don't. So let's just go to the named ones. Here are, I don't know if you can see, but let me turn my flashlight on. My flashlight doesn't work at the moment, so you're just going to have to see in the dark. It's hard to tell, but here's Bronco, Iced Cake, Bullseye, Cosworth, Warrior Pride, Rustlin, Paige R.S. Overland, Tom Bork, along with the Rally Baja, Zebedee, the Baja Blazer, not the Baja Blast anyway, the Thomas car, he doesn't have a name yet, so, and Declan's younger brother, the other Driveway. And on to the rest, we have Borla and Ram. And 2 former rally racers, Brian Lovelock, Elsie's uncle, head cannon only, and Vinny. And we get these guys, Nolan Krupp, and the other 2. Moving on to this area, we have the haulers. So here's the Mack Story Sets hauler that I currently use. The first Mack that I got, which is a Mack truck set, and this hauler's from the Cars 2 Mack truck set. It's strange how they didn't reuse this mold for Cars 3. They probably made a new one, and I was right. So here's the launching Mack hauler, Mack Semi with alternate expression there, along with the other Mack Semi, which was released in a hauler back in 2009, 1 year after that one, the Cars 3 Mack Semi, and the plastic Cars 3 Mack Semi, and a Radiator Springs Mack based on a Mini Adventures Mack variant. Rod Tango, Gray Hauler, Charlie Marco, Amy Wheelberg, her Front was repainted from gray, and her trailer's repainted from my brother's Cal Weathers hauler, and Wally the Walmart hauler, and Cruz Ramirez's hauler, which seems kind of pointless because Mac is right here for a reason. Now onto the Hot Wheels haulers, we have the Aeroblast and the second Aeroblast I repainted for Maxwell of 80's hauler, the Speedway hauler, Caged Cargo. Eric and Deborah bought 5,000 from the Mitchells versus the Machines. A custom Volkswagen hauler, which doesn't look like a custom at all, just marketed. The Carnival Steamer. This shelf over here with the Cars 2 poster right there has the rest of the haulers. So we have the tuned up hauler, 2 pencil pusher haulers that I reviewed back in 2022, two road roller haulers, which are one's black and one's orange, the Cruise and Illusion hauler, the Mercedes-Benz hauler, a highway hauler, which only carries small and short cars, 2 fuel and fires, one I burnt the trailer of, and the Turbo Beast trucking flatbed truck, along with the other flatbed truck, the Capital Motors and Brawny Motor Co. truck, the highway hauler, and the San Francisco 49ers hauler. Now on to the aircraft vehicles. They were prominent in the aviation series. So here's Dusty Crop Hopper, Jan Kowalski, Estonia, Jet Fighter, the Red Helicopter, Caravan Kasana, Desert Dagger, Flatboy, who is the incompetent one in the group, has seen the first 8 episodes of the aviation series. That blue helicopter, Boeing, named after its manufacturer, Northrop Grumman, a crazy invention, and some canceled aviation series characters, the Gibi, 2 Army vehicles, the Armadillo from Lightyear, the X-Jet, the Water Bomber, Poison Arrow, and more recently, the Proper Chopper, whose propellers did not work very well, unlike the red one. And finally, here are my extras. So we have the Thailand marked Cars 1 McQueen from 2006, my childhood Cars 1 McQueen, Lenticular Eyes Lightning McQueen version 1, Lenticular Eyes Lightning McQueen version 2, Dynaco Lightning McQueen, Radiator Springs Lightning McQueen, Cruisin' Lightning McQueen, Tongue Lightning McQueen, Dirt Track Lightning McQueen, Bugmouth Lightning McQueen, Cactus Lightning McQueen, Tumbleweed Lightning McQueen, Bling Bling Lightning McQueen, Paint Mask Lightning McQueen, Silver Lightning McQueen, 4 World Grand Prix McQueens. One's the first one I got from a Mack truck set. The second one's from a 4-pack. The third one's lost in bush. And the other one with painted undercarriage details and different licensing info, along with a Disney Store Lightning McQueen, 3 Cars 3 McQueens. I don't know which prominent one I'll use, but I'll use that one. Rusty's Lightning McQueen, Burnt Lightning McQueen, which I probably attempt to make a damaged McQueen, a custom primer McQueen, because the other one was shockingly expensive, a Rusty's Racing Center Lightning McQueen, Chester Whipple filter, a half disguised Chester Whipple filter, Fabulous Lightning McQueen along with my old one, Heavy Metal Lightning McQueen, Dragon Lightning McQueen, Deputy Hazard Lightning McQueen, Smell Swell Lightning McQueen, a the Color Changers Lightning McQueen, Carnival Cup Lightning McQueen, Glow Racers Lightning McQueen, one's die-cast metal and one's plastic, Gold Paint Lightning McQueen, Lightning McQueen is Jackson Storm, one of my earliest customs. Tickled pink Lightning McQueen. 2 plastic Lightning McQueens, one with a full front. That's because I used him in a episode where he gains monster truck tires. 2 4th of July McQueens. A Lightning McQueen water squirter. Action Agents Lightning McQueen. A Lightning McQueen PVC figure. A Lightning McQueen candy dispenser that my brother had. A Crazy 8 Crashers Lightning McQueen who, with the mechanisms off, so took it apart. It's kind of a car now. 2 McDonald's Road Rumbler McQueens. One fully painted and one unpainted. Lego Lightning McQueen. Lego Primer Lightning McQueen. Disney Store Lightning McQueen. A Disney Store Fabulous Lightning McQueen. A Lightning McQueen ornament that I got back in 2017. A car that looks like Lightning McQueen. 2 knockoff Lightning McQueens. A Dollar General scale Lightning McQueen. Pullback Dynaco McQueen. A light up Lightning McQueen, which no longer works. I broke the mechanisms off of that guy. A McQueen Stretchums. And a Lightning McQueen trophy. Along with Junior Piston Cup Pro Series Penny Forestier with a damaged Penny Forestier and a burnt Penny Forestier, along with a Party Penny Forestier and a modified Penny Forestier. She painted herself purple. And we got a modified Maggie Spletzer, the only Maggie of the bunch, along with the early version of Colin Frankenbach, a Junior Piston Cup Pro Series Colin Frankenbach, his early days, and modified Colin Frankenbach with snake detailing. And here's my childhood the King, spoilerless the King, lenticular eyes the King, and damage the King. And here's my childhood Chick Hicks, lenticular eyes Chick Hicks, Dynaco Chick Hicks, a silver Chick Hicks, blue Chick Hicks, Cars 3 Chick Hicks, and Chick Hicks with headset, along with a chibi Chick Hicks on the back. And here's a spare Mater, which is probably strikingly similar to my main one. He's without the tow hook and that rear view mirror. A lenticular eyes Mater, new style Mater, brand new Mater, Pit Crew race team Mater with tow hook and one without the tow hook. That's my childhood one. Mater the Greater, Mater Hawk without his wings, and if they were still on, I guess they would. That would take up enough room. President Mater, Color Changers Mater, Crew Chief Mater, a plastic Mater, which is seen in an episode of The World of Cars Season 2. A Mater PVC figure, pullback Mater, Road Rumbler Mater, and 2 Disney Store Maters. Alongside him are Lenticular Eyes Fabulous Hudson Hornet version 1 and Lenticular Eyes Fabulous Hudson Hornet version 2. McDonald's Doc Hudson, Disney Store Fabulous Hudson Hornet, Lenticular Eyes Sally, Color Changer Sally, PVC Sally, new style Luigi, a mummy costume Luigi, which turned out to be a shell, Lego Luigi, new style Guido, Pit Crew member Guido, Guido with cloth, Ghost costume Guido, and Disney Store figurine Guido, my old Fillmore, Pit Crew member Fillmore with a lenticular eyes Pit Crew member Fillmore, Disney Store figurine Fillmore, and Radiator Springs Fillmore, Pit Crew member Sarge, Race Team Sarge, a Sarge with roof lights, and a Disney Store figurine Sarge. My childhood Ramon, green Ramon, yellow Ramon, hydraulic Ramon, a old school Ramon, lightning Ramon, fan favorites Ramon, color changers Ramon, Disney Store or McDonald's yellow Ramon, my old Flo with the eyes broken off, Flo with their eyelids pushed, and Flo with their eyelids slightly pushed. Pretty much useless, gotta say. A McDonald's Flo, which has been abandoned for quite a long time. My childhood Sheriff, Lego Sheriff, Tiny Topper Sheriff, my old Red, my failed custom Michael Schumacher Ferrari F430, which is a pullback, Finn McMissile weapon, a custom Finn McMissile wings made from a submarine fin, Action Agents Finn McMissile, and a QPC Finn McMissile, or PVC, original Cruz Ramirez, plastic Cruz Ramirez, Francis Beltline, Rusty's Dynaco Racing Center Cruz Ramirez, Glow Racers Cruz Ramirez, Lego Cruz Ramirez, McDonald's Cruz Ramirez, knockoff Cruz Ramirez, Disney Store Cruz Ramirez, Glow Racers Jackson Storm, knockoff Jackson Storm with a Jackson Storm trophy, a Lego Smokey, Demon Hunter Shroomy, Blue Shroomy, Orange Shroomy, Cars 3 Bob Cutlass, Disney Store Daryl Cartrip, old style Dynaco Mia with new style Dynaco Mia and Dynaco Tia, Gold Mia, Dalmatians Mia and Tia, Lenticular Eyes Charlie Checker, old style Bert, Lenticular Eyes Bert, old style Tumbeer, old style Natalie Certain, Italian flag Giovanni, yellow Giovanni, green Giovanni, black Giovanni, and white Giovanni, Beta Yuri, metallic Thomas, metallic paint, old style Maxwell Vady, 117 crew chief Archibald, art style Greenwood with dragon detailing, gray Greenwood, and chibi Greenwood, just like the chibi Chick Hicks here. Old style Buck the Bus, who's actually a pullback Buck. Monster Truck Asada, or Asada with snow tires. Beach Day Asada, which I showcased in a video. Easter Asada. Yellow Patrick Pace. Old style Chowmobile without any detailing. Uncle Abe's Chowmobile and the Charms Chowmobile. Easter Time a Taxi, old style El Camino, based on his old design, and green El Camino, along with a red bone shaker, maroon red, and dry bones, and the red dry bones. Old Ishigo with front black snow tires, New Year's Quick Bite, yellow Quick Bite, green Quick Bite, a old style 24-hour tow truck, blue bricking trails, bone shaker with white rims, white wall tires, red bone shaker, turquoise blue bone shaker, a rally bone shaker, monster truck bone shaker with white rims, a yellow 24-hour tow truck, a Batman and Robin Batmobile, along with I'm not too sure what this Batmobile is, so you're going to have to let me know. And alongside him is a classic TV series Batmobile. Batmobile with orange stripes. Batman Forever Batmobile. I'm also not sure what this Batmobile is. And the Batman Batmobile, along with an undercover Santoken Burke with a orange splatter back there because he was salvaged from another car. And we have the extra racers. Here we have Rubber Tires Dale Earnhardt Jr., Lenticularized Akian Axler, a lighter Akian Axler, Thailand Kevin Racing Tire, my childhood Claude Scruggs, a Thailand Claude Scruggs, China Billy Oil Changer, Thailand James Clean Air, Disney Store Lee Revkins, Thailand Manny Flywheel, Thailand Floyd Mulvihill, Thailand Krusty Rotor, Thailand Sage Vanderspin, Thailand Darren Leadfoot, Thailand Davey Apex, Thailand Ralph Carlo, Thailand Kevin Shiftright, my old Todd Marcus, and a Thailand Todd Marcus, along with a Thailand Max Schnell, damaged Max Schnell, Carnival Cup Rolls Cerule, Carla Veloso with Flames, broken off, a Carnival Cup Carla Veloso, Nigel Gearsley with Flames, damaged Nigel Gearsley, Carnival Cup Jeff Gorvette, a damaged Jeff Gorvette, Red Stripe Jeff Gorvette, miscolored Ryan Inside Laney, NASCAR Ryan Inside Laney, Endurance Racers Chase Race Slot, Endurance Racers Ed Trunken, Disney Store Ed Trunken, Hot Wheels Nick Studbreaker, PlayStation Nick Studbreaker, Revolting Nick Studbreaker, Deputy Hazard Nick Studbreaker, EMS Nick Studbreaker, Gray Nick Studbreaker, Glow Racers Will Rush, Color Changers Paul Conrev, Damaged Albert Swift, Midnight Albert Swift with eye inaccuracy, Old Style Albert Swift, Young Eddie Yardley, Pink Stripe Eddie Yardley, and a damaged Eddie Yardley, and an Old Style Eddie Yardley, Old Style Dave Liner, Old Style Harry Speedson, and Old Style James Octough, and the rest. So we have blue Jonas Shiftwell, white Jonas Shiftwell, Logano Jonas Shiftwell, and a Logano Jonas Shiftwell alternate expression, a red Jonas Shiftwell Formula Drift with alternate expression, and a gray Formula Drift Jonas Shiftwell, Rusty's Jonas Shiftwell, and a purple Jonas Shiftwell, along with the original version of Rusty Wheelhouse and a Midnight Rusty Wheelhouse. Modified Gavin Miller, Cardinal Tractor Dale Earnhardt, white Hudson Lewin, Army Jeanette Raceline, white Jeanette Raceline, two pullback Terry Laboltes, June Piston Cup Bumper Safe Pro Series Jordan Presley, two Flip Hernandez's, Mark 1 and Mark 2, PFR Alexander Swift, modified Joe Vannon, as of now the only Joe Vannon in my collection, original Randy Seymour, stripped Randy Seymour, black Randy Seymour, and a dark blue Randy Seymour with a damaged Richard Redwire, Darren Ryvan as Lightning McQueen, Darren Ryvan as Jack the Post, blue Martin Trelix Jr., old Roy Tyerson, Gran Turismo Dana Emery Craft, blue Steven Silverado, Army Elsie Lovelock, and two Pink Stripe, and two modified Frank Oil Barons, one with a eye inaccuracy and Pink Stripe, and a Army Percy Spletzer. Don't know why he's placed here. And the extra Thunder Hollow Racers, we have Old Style Miss Fritter, and a Crazy 8 Crashers Miss Fritter that I broke the mechanisms off as well. Crazy 8 Crashers Taco. I think that still works, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he still works. Male Sigalert. an old style Pit Faster, and the extra Declan Racers and Rally Racers. Blue Audi Sport, yellow Audi Sport, black Audi Sport, and white Audi Sport. I guess that Mattel saw my Declan Racer series and decided to give Audi Sport some lore. The yellow Baja Rally, white Borla, a Bronco with special paint scheme, red Ram, 2 NASCAR Jeff Corvettes, and a Outdoor Explorer Caravan Kasana, along with the 3 cars I have mint in box: a mint in box Mighty K, a Quick Bite with a factory error right there. This is the car that looks like Nick's Studbreaker in Quick Bite's packaging. Probably one of the first factory errors I picked up. And a mint in box Maisto Bronco. Maisto's starting to copy Hot Wheels there. The big guys will go next. So we have the Frightening McQueen. I have no place to put him, so he's right there. A remote control Lightning McQueen. A fabulous Lightning McQueen plush. A Funny Talker's Lightning McQueen. He still works, but he doesn't have any batteries, so his battery terminals are clean anyway. A large-scale Lightning McQueen. Dirt Track 1. Light Up Mater, which surprisingly still works. A Shake and Go Mater disguised as Yvonne, which no batteries but still works. A remote control Mater, which doesn't work. A 2007 Mater plush and a Thai Mater plush, along with a Mater with pop-out weapons. And a big brand new Mater. The sticker's half off, and it's kind of broken, so it doesn't work anyway. And it's turned green, like the Color Changers Mater. A Ramon plush, Seen Better Days. A Cruz Ramirez plush, and a Funny Talker's Cruz Ramirez.
Well, I see this guy in front of me, but what I want to know is where's the real Lightning McQueen?
He's behind you, Cruz. And that still works. A Revel Jackson Storm with the open up hood and press the engine. He lights up, but he's dead. A Color Changers Frank, which my brother owns. I showed my dad this Color Changers Frank commercial. He had me to keep an eye out for it, but I was astonished to find my brother has that guy over there. So I was jealous anyway. That's the custom Darren Leadfoot plush I made from a generic plush car. You can tell by the eyes right there. A large-scale Jason Carler that my brother owns. A large-scale Dusty Crop Hopper. And a large-scale Piston Peak chopper, which I used as a large-scale red chopper in an Aviation Series episode, Munitions. And this place set right there, the Ultimate Florida Garage, which I got for Christmas 2017, instead of that Desert Race 11 pack. Now let's move on to the minis. So we got a Mini Racers Lightning McQueen, Mini Adventures Lightning McQueen, a Mini Adventures Dynaco McQueen, a My Busy Books Radiator Springs McQueen, 2 My Busy Books Cars 2 World Grand Prix McQueens, 3 Micro Drifters World Grand Prix McQueens, a Cars 3 Lightning McQueen Mini Racer, a My Busy Books Cars 3 McQueen, a Mini Racers Rusty's McQueen, and a Mini Racers XRS Cruz Ramirez, along with a custom Mini Racers Penny Forestier, A Mini Racers Maggie Spletzer, which is basically McQueen with those eyelashes right there. Mini Racers The King. My Busy Books Chick Hicks, and a Mini Racers Chick Hicks. 2 Mini Racers Maters. 3 My Busy Books Maters. A My Busy Books Blue Mater. Mini Adventures Deputy Mater. Mini Adventures Hudson Hornet. A My Busy Books Sally. Mini Adventures Luigi and Guido. The Fillmore's Festival wands were the closest ones we got to a regular Luigi and Guido. My Busy Books Fillmore. A Mini Racers Sarge. Mini Racers Ramon. Mini Racers Gold Ramon. My Busy Books Flo. My Busy Books Sheriff. Micro Drifters Red. 2 My Busy Books Finn McMissiles. 2 My Busy Books Holly Shiftwells. A My Busy Books Cruz Ramirez. A Mini Racers Original Cruz Ramirez. A Mini Racers Gold Cruz Ramirez. Rusty's one. 2 Mini Racers Jackson Storms, which I might painfully trade one of them. A My Busy Books Jackson Storm. A Damaged Jackson Storm. Mini Racers Smokey. A Mash'em Smokey, which is kind of sticky. A Minis TJ. Minis Murphy. Minis Charlie Marco. Cargo. And a Minis Frank Pinkerton. My Busy Books Mia. My failed custom text Dinoco that I repainted from a Finn McMissile. Rod Torque Redline. 3 Tone Bears. Uncle Topolino. Mama Topolino. Sterling Silver. William Challenger. 3 Professor Zundaps. A Micro Drifters Professor Zundap. Grem. Micro Drifters Grem. Acer. A custom Tyler Gremlin and Fred Fispowski. 2 Francesco Bernoullis. A Micro Drifters Max Schnell. A Micro Drifters Shu Todoroki. A Minis Carla Veloso. My Busy Books Carla Veloso. A Mini Racers Richard Angelwing. My Busy Books Danny Swerves. Metallic Danny Swerves. Ryan Inside Laney. My Busy Books Brick Yardley. A Mini Racers Brick Yardley. A 187 scale Jeff Gorvette. Metallic Tim Treadless and a XRS Tim Treadless. Mini Racers Monty Crankleshaft and a Mini Racers Aaron Kappelman along with a miniature Claude Scruggs. Bruce Miller. Miniature Richie Floyd Mulvihill and Krusty Rotor. Spiky Phillips. And a miniature Todd Marcus. Along with the Thunder Hollow Racers. Miss Fritter. Mini Racers Dr. Damage and a My Busy Books Dr. Damage. Mini Racers RV and a My Busy Books RV. And a custom My Busy Books broadside made from a spare mater. And 8 tractors. A miniature Bone Shaker monster truck version. Micro Drifters Mac case. Carry hauler. A My Busy Books Mac. Miniature Rod Tango. Miniature Gray. And miniature Charlie Marco. And here are the Disney Infinity figurines. Lightning McQueen. Mater. Holly Shiftwell. And Francesco Bernoulli. Now let's go to the other stuff. I will showcase the work in progresses, the books, video games, and the other stuff, and the card backs as well. So I might have to take some time doing this. A Cars 1 DVD, a Cars 2 DVD, and a Cars 3 DVD. A Cars 3 tin with a Cars 1 puzzle inside. A Cars 3 lap desk. A Cars 2 launcher. that you saw in a few of my videos. A Lightning McQueen RC box. Card game tin. A Cars lanyard. Cars 3 flashlight. A custom Mega Bloks brick with the McQueen posters. Cars for the Leapster. A Revel Jackson Storm kit. Instructions booklet here. 3 Valentine's cards. I can't find Boost anywhere. A Mater Ziploc bag that I got on eBay with Buck Bearingly. The Cars 2 booklet. Creative one to be exact. 2 Cars pencils. The ones from my childhood without the eraser and the ones with the eraser. And a Cars 2 pencil. Along with design your own Lightning McQueen car with Maggie Spletzer's name on the bottom. And I'll know what this was for. Was this an act of trickery that I signed her name like I was trying to change my identity, or simply clever creativity? That's how self-insert OCs work. So here are the cars. Here's the Cars 2 My Busy Books and the Cars 3 My Busy Books. Cars 2 Sorry Sliders. A Cars puzzle box with the actual puzzles inside this tin. The Cars Old New Red Blue book. A Tour the Town book. A Spooky Sound book. A box for the Launch and Crisscross Glow Race track set. And the Dynaco 400 box. Cars the video game for the Wii. Cars Mater National for the Wii. Cars Race-O-Rama for the Wii. Cars Mater National for the DS. 2 Go Fish card games. 2 Crazy 8s card games. War card game. 2 versions of the Cars sticker book Treasury. Cars 2 one and the Cars 3 one. Entire trilogy as a whole. 2 versions of High Speed Adventures. One's the current one, and the other one is this mess. The Cars Storybook Collection, and that essential character guide right here with all the characters in them. Not really essential guide, whatever sort. A Glow Racers pack, which I am intended to make a custom crew chief Mater, which is basically a Stacy Compton crew chief. A 2 versions of the Play Pack Grab and Go Cars 3 booklets here. Alongside that is a Pedal to the Metal sticker book. A Cars Storybook and CD book here. A Cars sticker activity pad with planes. A Color and Play Cars 3 book. A Cars 3 sticker collection book. A Cars 1 book, little golden. Cars 2 Racing Rivals book. Cars 3 Bendon book. And a Cars 2 Carry Along playbook that I got from a Home Depot or a Lowe's. I'm pretty sure I got that from a Lowe's. And 3 Cars Valentine's cards boxes here. Along with that are some comics here, unofficial ones. The Cars 1 comic, this is a work in progress. And a World of Cars comic, also a work in progress. Here's Dogman, The Legend of Toothless, and Dogman and the Attack 1, 2, 3, and The Legend of Toothless, Bolt and Barry to Pedal, and a work in progress Bolt and Barry to Pedal mini comic. The Alliance, Endgame, Dictator, Maggie and the Great Roadway Show Volume 1, The Great Quest, and its work in progress mini comic. The work in progress complete collection. That's the original collection. So on to the new collection, we have The Racing Experience, which is probably a prequel. A work in progress Cars 2 and Cars 3 comic books. Same token, Burke. Maggie and the Great Roadway Show Volume 2. The number 11 car, the Colin Frankenbach story, and Colin Frankenbach Unleashed. And yes, a work in progress here. And also a work in progress Meta Runner Cars adaptation comic, and a Cars adaptation version of Sunset Paradise over there. along with a Maggie and the Great Roadway Show duology comic. And here are some that are not Cars related but Pixar related. These are 1,000 stickers, a Disney Infinity Ultimate sticker collection, the Adventure Coloring Book, a sticker activity pad by Crayola, and a Pixar sticker activity pad by Bendon. And here are the work in progresses. So let's go by some of them in particular. Here's some work in progress cars that I have no plans or intentions to customize them yet. A pullback Porsche, which looks like Sally Carrera, so probably a work in progress pullback Sally. A Vikings car with no back wheels, probably customize that car. A work in progress Audi Sport without rubber tires. A work in progress Mini Racers Pat Traxon. My old River Scott custom, which is pretty much useless after my stepdad bought the original River Scott. A work in progress Dodge vehicle. A work in progress Black Ram. Work in progress Mini Racers Morgan Martins. A work in progress car. And a work in progress Penny Weathers, along with some work in progress mint in box cars over there. And at last, but certainly not least, here are the card backs. I now have a lot of them, so let's start off with Bugmouth Lightning McQueen, Paint Mask Lightning McQueen, Silver Lightning McQueen, World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen, Deputy Hazard Lightning McQueen, Dynaco Chick Hicks, Silver Chick Hicks, Mater, President Mater, Sally, Fabulous Hudson Hornet, Luigi and Guido, Pit Crew Member Guido, Pit Crew Member Fillmore, Sarge, Hydraulic Ramon, Old School Ramon, Michael Schumacher Ferrari F430, Rusty's Racing Center, Dynaco Racing Center, Cruz Ramirez, Bob Cutlass, Charlie Cargo, Dynaco Me and Tia, Tex Dynaco, Dexter Hoover, Tim Rimmer, Dash Boardman, Derek Williams, Timothy Two-Stroke, Matthew True Blue McCrew, Keith Cohn, Edwin Cranks, Marlon Clutches McKay, Richard Clayton Kensington, Artie, Chuck Manifold, Patty, Jonathan Wrenchworks, Donna Pitts, Andy Vaporlock, Kathy Copter, Ron Hover, Ham, Yeti, Stacy, Megan Shifter, Petra Pulaski, Eric Langley, Courtney Karsper, Pat Traxon, Kirsten Marshall, That's Jammin' and Royce Revsley, Bay Pillar DeRev, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kevin Racing Tire, Eugene Karbarewski, Ryan Shields, Claude Scruggs, Johnny Blamer, Brush Kerber, Billy Oil Changer, 2 James Clean Air card backs, one from 2010 and the other 2023. 2 Manny Flywheel card backs, one is 2021 and the other's 2023. Floyd Mulvihill and Krusty Roeder, Slider Petrolski, Hall Ingus, Sage Vanderspin, Darren Leadfoot, Dave the Apex and Dave Alternators, Greg Candyman, Ralph Carlo, Kevin Shiftwright, and Todd Marcus. And 2 different Max Schnell card backs for the last 10 years, 2011 and 2021. A Carla Velosa with flames, but why is she smiling? She was about to get burnt. Marcus Cranksler, Bobby Swift, and Brick Yardley with a Brick Yardley and Cal Weathers card back. Brian Spark, Rex Revler, Darren Leadfoot, JD McPillar, Ryan Inside Laney and Eric Breaker, Ryan Inside Laney himself, Chase Racelot and Cam Spinner, 2 Tim Treadless card backs, Barry DePedal, Richie Gunzit, Will Rush, Conrad Camber, 4 Paul Conrev card backs, 2020. 2 of them are 2022, and the other one's a color changers Paul Conrev, that my sister got me for my 18th birthday. Sheldon Shifter, Noah Gosek, Jonas Carvers, Tom W., Caleb Worley and Jet Robinson. The package came damaged. River Scott. 5 Endurance Racers card backs. 2 NASCAR card backs. A Glow Racers card back. A Synthetic Rubber Tires card back. The one that came with a Todd Marcus. A Cars 3 card back, which a lot of them look worthless. And a Mini Adventures card back. Oh, Jesus Christ. How could I even get stressed over something that's complicated? All in all, it doesn't take me enough suffering and enough time to make this kind of video for you. But thanks for sitting through this 1 hour and 30-minute experience there. I might make either a 140 or 150 or a 2-hour long experience. We may never know. But perhaps a lot of you guys like my collection videos. And yes, I do them yearly. As I said before, I'm probably going to stress myself again to making that kind of stuff again. Anyway, with that said and blown off the sun, I hope you guys enjoyed this collection video as much as I did making that stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Colin Frankenbach, the Thomas the Tank Engine fan established 2005, who renames himself for attention, saying, peace out.